There's something pretty special happening to XRP right now, and I really hope that the majority of you guys watching this video right now have already caught on. In all seriousness, the XRP price has been moving in a really strange pattern over the last couple of weeks, and I made a video about 3 hours ago talking about why I think it is smart to buy XRP right now. Noting that this is not financial advice, but funny enough, just about 25 minutes after I made that video, the XRP price went up about 3.5%. And actually, that's been a pretty common thing for XRP, to be amongst the best performers in the top 100. Having said that, to come back to the point, I believe that XRP is really decoupling. We've made a couple of jokes about it. I often get criticism in the comment section whenever I say this, but seriously, think about it for a second. The XRP price has been going on a pretty crazy rampage here, regardless of what the rest of the crypto market has been doing. You can literally see XRP has basically been performing exceedingly well against Bitcoin, and usually that's a pretty good sign of some sort of decoupling, because it literally means, hey, okay, either XRP is going up a lot more than Bitcoin is, or regardless of Bitcoin going down or not, the XRP price is doing better than Bitcoin. Now, the more you zoom out, the more negative this might look, because obviously XRP's price performance hasn't been too great over the last couple of years. We can date it all back to saying, hey, 2017-18, XRP did really amazing. It then had a little downward trend like most cryptos, and then in 2021, when most cryptos started to shine, XRP had the lawsuit and didn't do so well. Right now though, as you guys can clearly see, XRP versus Bitcoin is facing some resistance at the 2775 mark. I don't dare to name how many zeros are in front. And we're actually getting very close to the 200 weekly moving average as well. What does this showcase? Well, that we're having a little bit of a bumpy ride right here with potential a reversal on the short term, but I think it's quite clear as well that XRP versus Bitcoin has been doing amazing for a little while and is looking on the upside. What I mean with that is it's looking as if it's going to just continue on making higher lows and higher highs. It basically looks as if it's switched out from the trend, because we formed a basis for ridiculously long here at the let's just say 1500s Satoshis. Right now in this little while here within let's say 3 weeks or so, we've actually doubled, which is really nice for my portfolio, by the way, too, because my portfolio right now is mostly XRP. And actually, fun fact, I was sitting with a couple of very big YouTubers, Crypto Banter, Crypto, Da Vinci, Call the Moon, and they're all laughing at my XRP holdings, right? Now, you guys know Chris holds, I don't know, like 700,000 XRP. I think Carl got rid of all his XRP, and a couple of others also don't have any XRP anymore. But whenever I explain to them how the prospects of this lawsuit make it a very wise investment according to me, mostly they agree, and Chris also said that's the reason he bought XRP. It's a good risk to reward. Now, we've seen many YouTubers like BitBoy switch over a long time ago, but Lark Davis, I think, right? Another major YouTuber, and quite a couple of others are also starting to hop on the bandwagon of, well, they most likely will win. The biggest addition is, of course, Charles Hoskinson, who also now called out for XRP to not be a security. And it's starting to basically showcase, or it's starting to look as if there's going to be more and more support for XRP, which, well, has been quite lacking over the last couple of months, as you guys most likely know. Having said that, let me prepare you guys for a couple different things. One is, there's a very high likelihood that the price is going to be, XRP, in a slight uptrend over the next couple of weeks, depending on what Bitcoin does. If the entire market goes into a heavy breakdown because of, for example, recession fears, or if the inflation numbers coming out in a couple of days are very negative, that might also hurt XRP. But if Bitcoin does well, XRP will most likely keep performing better than Bitcoin will. And there's a very good chance that we might even see $1 per XRP within October, because usually October is a really bullish month. And let's say that Bitcoin goes up about 20%, well, there's a very good chance that XRP could really go up as high as 100% in this month. I am basing that mostly upon the fact that it's up, I believe, 60% over the last month or so. Yeah, I wanted to quickly verify that. XRP gets 60% boost in the last 30 days. Ripple, Win versus SEC seem to lift price higher. And obviously, a lot of the guys like Charles Hoskinson, he was pretty sad the XP Army was going after him for his comments, because at the end of the day, he said a couple of things I don't firmly agree with. I've seen a couple of Twitter debates. John Deeden is kind of going after him. This is why people called you out, Charles, because you're a leader in the community and you make headlines like this when you speak in your comments, undermine the important work of Jason Foster and Empower US a nonprofit DC watchdog that isn't part of the XRP community. It's just basically Charles Hoskinson saying that the whole Hinman conflict of interest part is a grand conspiracy, but people are going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't really care. The reason I say I don't really care is because we know what's going on at the back end, and if this person like Charles Hoskinson is indeed thinking it's a conspiracy, let him think. I personally don't think we can be the judge of these types of situations, because calling people out for basically running a conspiracy. Now, let me rephrase that. So we're basically saying then that the whole situation with Hinman is a conspiracy. And then Charles Hoskinson is saying that the Hinman conspiracy is a conspiracy. We have to draw a line somewhere, and I just put a line at I don't really care whatever they say. I don't really care whatever they put out to the world. Hopefully, I can just educate you guys to whatever I've heard and found along the web, and you can make your own decisions. Don't just follow headlines like this. By the way, guys, I'm really trying to do my best. Fun fact, after that, I spent a couple of minutes recording without sound. What I wanted to say is I'm really trying my best every single day to educate you guys on whatever I found or heard about or know. And I'm even right now looking into different ways to help educate more people to not financial advice, but invest wisely or become more aware of how money or the financial realm works. I really honestly, to the core of my heart, believe that 90%, let's say, of the people watching my videos can become millionaires at some point. I think the majority of what it takes is just getting the right information in. But all I'm asking for you guys is just to keep supporting me in the way you guys are doing right now. Just by pressing the like button, that's all I'm asking for, because that really shows you guys appreciate what I put in. And to me, it makes all these hours worth it. But yeah, if you guys can help out that way, I'll keep trying to do every single thing I can to help you guys with the information, I guess. And just be on the lookout for a couple of new initiatives that I'm starting soon. Let's get rich! Little side piece, by the way. I've been watching Bitcoin and Bitcoin chart. It's been very interesting to see this develop over the last couple of hours here. It's just been, whoo! Waiting for some sort of Bitcoin breakout, and it's something, all right. It is something, all right. Just break out already. Also, guys, what I was basing it on a little bit earlier when I said that it depends, the XP price depends on Bitcoin. What I was mostly referring to is whatever comes out of this inflation rate number. If this is very negative, if you, for example, get a very high number, most likely things will not be good in the stock market, which will result in bad things for Bitcoin, which will result in bad things for the overall crypto market, which would also in turn be bad for XRP by logical deduction. On the opposite end, if things continue the way in which they're doing right now, there's almost no case I can think of where the XRP price doesn't go absolutely parabolic over the next couple of weeks. It's getting closer and closer to some sort of lawsuit settlement, but more importantly, people are starting to believe that it's getting closer to a lawsuit settlement. There's a very key difference between actually getting there and people believing that it's getting there with a positive result in the end. The reason I can now say confidently that it's decoupling is because people are buying XRP right now, not based upon mostly the macroeconomic factors, but based upon this lawsuit. So even though I'm giving two contrasting views, in to one degree saying, well, XRP will mostly follow the Bitcoin / major financial course price, and on the other hand, I'm saying, no, it's decoupled, it will follow its own course because of the lawsuit. These things can kind of collide. Why am I saying that? Well, think about it. It's decoupled in the sense that people are speculating on XRP mostly based upon the lawsuit's result. And whatever announcements come out increases or decreases the XP price, mostly increasing now as more and more parties are starting to be bullish and people are starting to notice most likely the result of this will be nice as well. On the other end and that means it's decoupled basically because it's not following whatever the other cryptos are following. On the other end, the severity of these movements, I guess to a certain degree, still relies on Bitcoin. Even though XRP has been going up against Bitcoin by significant margins and can surely continue to do so. If we're being open and honest here, there's a way higher likelihood that XRP is going to go absolutely parabolic if Bitcoin is also pumping because, well, people are just more inclined to speculate in such a volatile market if the rest of the market is also green. So with decoupled, we don't necessarily mean inverse correlation, which means that if Bitcoin goes down, XRP goes up. We just mean that XRP has different factors that make the price pump and dump than Bitcoin, or rather than most of the crypto market, as they have this lawsuit, which is not necessarily attached to all these other financial pieces that the Bitcoin is tied to that make the price go up and down. And I honestly believe that that's indeed the case right now. All right, I'm gonna have some fun editing this video because I messed up and broke my sound. This is always the case as well. When you make a video like this, right? I usually do like one major take and I cut a couple of small pieces. If you were, messing up the sound, you have to redo it, you basically forget whatever you said because you don't know if you've already said it just now or if that was the previous take. I'm not sure if you guys understand that, but it's very frustrating. Then again, guys, you know what I said. Make sure you press that like button. I get you guys with updates every single day. A lot of cool stuff is coming out shortly here. I'm building like a madman. And if you guys are in Dubai, reach out. I think if there's enough people, we might do a cool little meetup, maybe 10, 20 people or so. I think I've seen at least 10 or 20 people comment about it. So reach out, hit me up. We might be able to make something happen pretty cool, pretty soon, whatever.